So next will be my great friend Songyi Lee. She's actually the acting advisor for Matadium right now, and she has been a legend in the Korean blockchain industry. She's been through everything. So please welcome Songyi Lee to the stage. You can use this, and you can use this. Yeah.
It seems like I have a lot of fans already. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for Yeolme to doing great job. It's really impressive. I would like to get that presentation as well. So today Erica asked me. Oh, I have this thing here as well. Do I have a clicker as well? No. Okay, I just no. Erica asked me, Songyi, you should give me the topic of the talk. And I was like, I don't know. Can you choose one that I can adjust? But then I just wanted to empathize with woman event. So instead of history, I put her story. And it's like a her, it's like me as a her and story. And then my history of me on blockchain. It's not on the blockchain though, but it's just on about it. So how did I get here? So who am I? I'm a ex-co-founder and a CEO of Coins, 37 Coins. I will explain you later what it was. And then I'm also founder of Gentrepreneurs. Gentrepreneur is like mindful plus entrepreneur. And then I will also talk about that later. Contributor and Spiral, and then Startup Weekend organizer. Startup Weekend, I just put it 5 minutes ago because Google is also our partner, so I just want to appreciate that as I put it. And then also Matadium, acting advisor. Acting advisor means that I'm really acting, not just advising, by phone call. It's just really acting in the team. Yeah, that's what I mean. So story. It could be like very, very egoistic story if I talk about me all the time. So I try to make it, some structure. Story always have this 5 W and 1 H, which is 누가 언제 어디서 어떻게 왜, and who, what, when, where, how, why. So I'm gonna explain my journey, which is 2 blockchain company that I've been experiencing right now. So first one is 37 Coins, which I founded with my friends and also ex-fiance, which is all broken. It's okay. So I did it, and I studied actually social work, and I also empathize that you don't have to, do technology or study engineering or computer science. I studied social work, and I was actually international NGO worker, humanitarian worker. I got this idea when I was in West Africa, Mali. It's very, very poor country. It's one of like 100 in the index. And there were a civil war in the north of Mali. So a lot of people came to the south, and they were like a refugee camp, and they were all living in a house built on trash, basically really, really just trash, with a paper box and then plastic bag and so on. And there were a lady called Fatima. I met her with the 5 children. And I asked her, do you have a husband, and does he send you any money? And he said, yeah, I have a husband. He's working at the Cote d'Ivoire. And I was like, by the way, but how can he send you money? Because you're a refugee, you don't have identity. There's no bank account, there's no Western Union. And she was like, really, really nothing he's just gonna send me over friend or people. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's living in naturally abroad. And I realized that this method, that they put money in the plastic bag and give it to someone, and then you will deliver the money to this person. And this is like really, really common way to give money. And it's based on the trust, but if someone losing that money, then it's over. And I was like, what if someone you really either steal it or lose it? And it's just like, but that's the only way I can get the money, so I have to use it. And I was in shock. So usually I go to a lot of different places, which is worse than this, but this problem was bothering me for a week. And back then, my ex-fiance and also a good friend of mine right now, he was so into blockchain. He's an ex-IBMer, consultant, also developer. So into blockchain. He'd been talking about blockchain all the time to me. I tried to find the people who knows about blockchain back then, 2012, 13 in Korea. There were like 10 people, and me and him and Tony from Corbett, and a few other people. And so I've been hearing a lot about blockchain, but I never thought this could be used by something that are interested in me, And even though they had nothing in Mali, this refugee camp family, they had a small 2G phone, like a Nokia phone, we call brick phone, like a 벽돌 phone, and with a solar panel charger, and has like a 6 different cable on it. And that's their like a treasure. They just keep that. That's the only way they can communicate with the society or family or friends. And they don't even read a word. Actually, they don't know how to read. But then they have their own special language to just communicate on a text message. Yeah, she just keep nodding. Yeah, I don't know why. But like, yeah, and so I came back and I shared this story with him. Then he was like, Songyi, maybe this, we can make it work. And that was like, we've been come up with the idea using open source Android application that are used for collecting health data of remote area, and we turned that to gateway. So people can just send a text message to this gateway number, and then we do the transaction and send it to the other like a recipient. And that way, you don't need to have internet to send and receive a Bitcoin, and you can just have set it up like quick as quick as possible once you have one Android phone in one country. So yeah, that was our product. It's called 37 Coins. And we've been just helping people to transact Bitcoin on the text message space, basically. And so 누가 언제 어디서 어떻게. So this was our tagline, banking the unbanked. Now it's very famous, everybody using this word. But back then, it's very, I think, rare. And I didn't even know what the unbanked mean because all around me, people around me, they all have a bank account. They all have identity. I had never doubted that there's people who doesn't have a bank, who doesn't have identity. So I was really shocked. So I've been studying a lot, and I realized that there's a lot of people actually doesn't have this financing, method. And our team also started in Korea, Germany, US, and we got incubated in US and Silicon Valley. Raised a fund. We after raised a fund, we moved to Thailand to make the runway longer. And our target was emerging economy. So it's a lot more makes sense. You based in Asia, so we're working on that. Yeah. Anyway, so why I put it just one page, because why is the most important thing. So why I did it. So there were it's an old data, but $200 million was a 200 million people actually living abroad, doing global remittance, and $550 billion every year was sent it to abroad, and also 12% is the fee that they taking. And you know what? It's if you're poor, they're taking more fee from you because you don't have a credit. So this is evil. And then more cell phone than toilet. Can you believe it? There is a lot of toilet, maybe more cell phone than human being itself, I believe. And the toilet is less than that. So we understand why hygiene is very problem right now. And financial inclusion, this is very important, and also it's related to the breaking up vicious circle. So for me, it wasn't just giving or making a cool application or giving them a solution to send and receive money. It's more imagine this family doesn't have any way to send and receive money or storing money. If the money the husband sent is lost, then what's going to happen? She's only has one body and 24 hours. She can just going to keep working on her best. But then the 5 kids, if one of the girls, they are old enough to do in the market, then they will sell their body. And the younger ones, they cannot go to school anymore. And there is a lot of things in a very, very bad effective circle around this problem. So I wanted to actually cut that. I had a very ambitious dream and also want to be a libertarian, but it didn't work. So it was 2013, 14. It was very, very early stage for Bitcoin, or blockchain even. So we worked on a 1.5 year, and I had a personal breakdown also with my partners and then in the team. So that's why I became a entrepreneur. So after I left my company, I started meditating, and then I tried to find my way back to happiness. And I've learned a lot. And this is like a whole separate topic. If you have a question, you can come and we can talk about it. And I think this consciousness is very important in this industry. So like it's rapid industry, and that's why I also left, because like there is so many technology coming out every single day, and so many people, so many smarter people than you are all around you talking about many different things, and then you feel like okay, you're losing it. You like dry up, like so you feel like you're nothing, but it's not true. So I have like a lot of things to talk about this, but I'm gonna do it next time. And so I left and I've done something else. I went back to social impact world, social impact investment or social innovation world. I created a lot of events and keep working on the entrepreneur movement, and had a like small guest house in Busan, which is my hometown, and doing a lot of grounded work. And early this year, and from the one of the people who knows about Bitcoin in 2013-12 in Korea, he is actually a CEO of CoinPlug, where the Metadium project actually came from. He wrote me a message, he's like, what am I doing? So I met him. He told me, Songyi, you have responsibility for this industry, and there's a lot of noise. There is something you can do. And he asked me to join this project. And what we're doing, so who is doing it? Bitcoin enthusiast is obviously, and the team of Bitcoiners to get together. And this company has been making a lot of different blockchain application, for example, Bitcoin ATM, Bitcoin prepaid card, and they've done a lot. They also have exchange, but back then they thought, okay, well, this exchange doesn't make any money, so let's leave the business and then do something else. So they more focus on the Bitcoin technology, and it happens to be they do a lot of verification and identification solution for the government and then financial organization. They just did ICO, so I'm not like FOMOing you guys because we finished it. So here I am just telling you what we're doing, and they decided to build. Why don't we just open this solution to the global, global market and also more universal people, so we can help like trust identity to everyone. And we started in Korea, but it will be spread more, I guess. And then the keyword is like how we do is like self-sovereign identity for distant native. Self-sovereign identity mean like as Yalma explained it, like Google has everything and Facebook has everything, and who's gonna, who actually we are the owner of the data, but they act like owner, and they don't give us anything. They just give us ads, which is not fair. And the self-sovereign identity is also, it means that you have full control of your own data or your identity, but also you get the incentivized by giving your data or leasing or renting your data to service provider. And the identity for digital native, Yarmia also addressed the digital millennials and the digital natives of the future. So we are focusing on digital native people. So maybe people who are in our room, maybe not our target, but like at the end, it will all ends up. And I can I can walk you guys with the Metadium more in a separate presentation again. So I'm just repeating because we don't have much time. And why, again, so I've been always interested in, social impact, and whatever I do, I has had a meaning or motivation, like, hard motivation. And it has been just helping people or do something to change make impact. It's not because I'm a good person, because it just make me happy. I'm like very, very selfish. So I do things that make me happy, and this is what make me happy. That's why I'm doing it. And there is a 1.1 billion people without identity in the world, which is like 1/7 of whole world population, and including refugees or people, or for example, Philippines, they don't have like identity system. They have like a birth certificate, but this is not like a card or something. So like everyone, when they have to prove their identity, they bring like different documents. So it's very difficult for government or any of this to manage all this. So including like those people, and data is like stuttered, controlled by someone else, and our privacy is threatened because it's leaking. So it's a very obvious solution for identity. The Bitcoin is, not Bitcoin, blockchain is, and yeah. So. And we are building a digital infrastructure, Bitcoin. Sorry, I keep saying Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin, but it's like blockchain. So building a digital infrastructure is really important, especially with identity, because with identity you can do anything on top of it. So. Right now, we are moving to digital world, but there is no such a solution that actually can express ourselves fully in digital world, and that's what we try to do. And then once we have this, and we can do so many different things, good things, or to make money, or helping these people. So there is a lot of opportunity. So that's why I joined the company, and I've been working for 5 months. Actually, my motivation was, okay, I didn't have actually intend to come back to crypto again, but crypto kicked off like last year in Korea, especially very heavily. And my story, the banking unbanked, it was like a small chapter in one of the book, and then it got translated in Korean. So people were started looking for who's this lady, like middle of nowhere, and people start to find me. And then one of the YouTube guys like reviewing those books, and my friend saw it, and kind of industry brought me back to blockchain, and I took it as a calling, and that's why I'm back. And I didn't know where to start, so I just decided to work on a product. So I think a lot of women here probably are not in blockchain field yet, but they want to. So that's why maybe they are here to learn what are they talking about. Is there anything I can do in the blockchain? Don't worry about it. You don't have to be whatever computer science again, and you can just be anything and just focus on what you want to do, and then think about this 5 W and 1 H yourself, and then go through, and what do I want to do, and who I want to work to, where and how and what and why especially, and then you will have the answer. And my action, my movement always with why, and why does it matter to me and us, and why does it bother me and you, and what do I want to do this, and why blockchain, the good question all the time, and why now, and why in general. So ask your why question to yourself, and then don't be afraid. There is a lot of opportunity for you to join the blockchain industry right now, and I think it's really a good chance for you to jump in. So just ask a why question, and if this blockchain industry, or what you want to do, what you think that you can do, is answering this question, and just don't be afraid, and then comment, ask me, Erica, or other people, and just join people. So if you want to change something, that you come to the right place. And I think if you look around, there's a lot of women and a lot of men as well who could help you working this through with you. So please meet people and talk to people and be productive in a way today. And I hope you guys enjoy tonight and all this connection and great energy. Thank you so much, and ask me anything later. Thank you.